A sunny afternoon. A quiet, upscale neighborhood. A woman is jogging, just enjoying the day. Suddenly, a police car screeches to a halt beside her. The officer, a veteran named Sergeant Calloway, gets out and approaches her with suspicion in his eyes. What happens next is a shocking story that exposes a deep and troubling problem within law enforcement. Sergeant Calloway, with over 20 years on the force, saw a black woman jogging in a predominantly white neighborhood and immediately assumed something was wrong. He didn't see a resident getting her exercise. He saw a potential suspect. He stopped her and demanded to see her ID. The woman, confused and a little alarmed, asked him, "Officer, what seems to be the problem? Am I being detained?" Calloway was evasive. He just repeated his demand for identification. The woman, knowing her rights, calmly explained that she was not legally required to provide ID unless he had a reasonable suspicion that she had committed a crime. Was she trespassing? Was there a report of a break-in? Calloway offered no explanation. He simply grew more agitated and accused her of obstructing an investigation. Now, let's pause here. What investigation was he even talking about? He had created a situation out of thin air, based on nothing more than his own prejudice. The woman was in her own neighborhood, doing something thousands of people do every single day, but because of the color of her skin, she was treated like a criminal. The jogger stood her ground, remaining calm but firm. "Officer," she said, "I live here. I haven't done anything wrong. You have no reason to stop me." This only seemed to make Calloway angrier. His voice rose as he threatened her with arrest. "You are interfering with my duties. Show me your ID now, or I'm taking you in." She refused again. She wasn't going to be intimidated into giving up her rights. So, Calloway did the unthinkable. He grabbed her, twisted her arm behind her back, and slammed the handcuffs on. He read her rights as he pushed her towards his patrol car, all for the supposed crime of obstruction. Passers-by started to notice, pulling out their phones to record the scene. A police officer was arresting a woman for jogging while black. As he was about to put her in the back of his car, another patrol vehicle arrived, sirens blaring. A higher-ranking officer, Captain Briggs, jumped out and rushed over. He looked at Calloway, then at the woman in handcuffs, and his face went pale. "Calloway, what in the world are you doing?" he yelled. Calloway, still full of self-righteousness, replied, "Captain, this woman was refusing to identify herself. She's obstructing our investigation." Captain Briggs looked at him in disbelief. "What investigation, you idiot? Do you have any idea who this is?" He then turned to the woman and said, with immense respect, "Chief, I am so sorry." That's right. The woman Sergeant Calloway had just wrongfully profiled, harassed, and arrested was none other than Simone Daniels, the newly appointed chief of police, his own boss. The look on Calloway's face, when he realized his colossal mistake, was a sight to behold. All the color drained from it. He stood there, frozen, as Captain Briggs quickly unlocked the handcuffs and helped Chief Daniels up. "Calloway, you are suspended, effective immediately. Hand over your badge and weapon. We'll deal with you back at the station," Briggs ordered, his voice filled with fury. The tables had turned in the most dramatic way possible. The officer who thought he was asserting his authority had just abused it in front of the one person who could end his career. This incident, which could have been just another statistic, another story of a minority being harassed by police, became a massive internal affairs nightmare. It laid bare the ugly reality of racial profiling and abuse of power that still exists within the system. Chief Daniels, a woman who had dedicated her life to reforming the police force and building trust with the community, had just experienced the very problem she was trying to fix firsthand. The story brings up a crucial and chilling question. What if she hadn't been the chief of police? What if she were just a regular citizen, a teacher, a nurse, a student? Without that title, without that power, her story would have been completely different. She would have been booked, processed, and thrown into a cell. She would have faced a legal battle to clear her name, a battle that could have ruined her reputation and her finances. Her story is a powerful reminder that for every incident like this that comes to light because the victim was someone important, there are thousands of others that go unnoticed. Thousands of people who don't have a Captain Briggs to swoop in and save them. They are left to navigate a system that is often stacked against them. Chief Daniels used this incident not for personal revenge, but as a catalyst for change. She initiated a force-wide review of training protocols. with a heavy emphasis on de-escalation, implicit bias, and constitutional rights. Sergeant Calloway faced a disciplinary board and was ultimately dismissed from the force. But firing one bad apple doesn't solve the problem. The issue is systemic. It's about the culture that allowed an officer like Calloway to feel justified in stopping someone based on their race. It's about the us versus them mentality that can poison a police department. Chief Daniel's experience showed that no amount of rank or respectability can protect you from prejudice. So what can we learn from this? It highlights the importance of knowing your rights. It shows why body cameras are essential for accountability. And most importantly, it proves that the fight against systemic injustice requires constant vigilance, from the top of the command chain all the way down to every single person in the community. The story of Chief Simone Daniels is more than just a shocking anecdote. It's a wake-up call. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the people we entrust with power and the biases they may carry. It's a powerful lesson in irony, justice, and the long road we still have ahead to ensure that everyone, regardless of their skin color or their title, is treated with dignity and respect under the law. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this story? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this story as compelling as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. See you next time.